Have you ever wrapped your hands around a cup of tea and felt the world slow down? On a windy morning, that steam feels like a small promise. You will be okay. Tea is simple, leaf and water, yet it carries empires, prayers, and revolutions inside a single sip. Tonight, we are not just making a drink, we are opening a time capsule. Across the planet, kettles whistle in apartments, roadside stalls, mountain homes, and office kitchens. Some people drop a tea bag and rush out the door. Others wait patiently as whole leaves unfurl like tiny green sails. Why does this one plant follow us everywhere?
How did it move from hidden forests to royal courts, then to factory floors, and finally into your mug? This documentary journey begins in misty hills and ends in your own hands. We will visit ancient China, quiet monasteries, sea routes ruled by merchants, and crowded streets where tea became a daily need. Along the way, we will meet healers, poets, sailors, queens, smugglers, farmers, and workers, and we will discover a surprising truth. Tea does not just change water, tea changes people.
The tea plant, Camellia sinensis, loves rain, cool air, and high land. If you could travel back thousands of years, you might find it growing wild in the border regions of southwest China. Long before tea was fashionable, it was practical. People chewed the leaves for energy and used them as a bitter medicine. In early Chinese life, bitterness often meant strength. If something tasted sharp, many believed it could wake the body and clear the mind. A famous legend tells of an ancient ruler who boiled water for safety and watched leaves drift into his pot. The story is charming, but the deeper point is more important than the details. China linked tea to health, cleanliness, and careful living. In a world without modern medicine, boiling water mattered. Tea, which required boiling water, became part of a healthy habit. As centuries passed, tea moved from remedy to ritual. During the Tang period, tea culture blossomed. Writers praised its color and fragrance. Scholars treated tea as a companion for long study sessions. In busy towns, tea houses became places to talk, listen, and think. Tea turned into a social bridge, something you offered to a guest before you offered your opinions. Tea preparation also changed. Compressed tea cakes were steamed and ground. Powdered tea was whisked into hot water. Later, during the Song and Ming eras, steeping loose leaves grew popular, letting people watch the leaves open and release their aroma. Each method told a story about the time, what people valued, what tools they had, and how they imagined beauty. Tea did not stay in China. It traveled with footsteps before it traveled with ships. Buddhist monks carried knowledge across borders, and tea became part of their discipline. During long meditation, drowsiness can feel like a heavy curtain. Tea helped lift it. A warm bowl of tea did not shout, it quietly kept the mind alert. When monks returned to Japan, they brought seeds and customs. Japan transformed tea into the way of tea, a ceremony built on calm attention. In a small room, even the sound of water becomes meaningful. The host cleans each tool with care. Guests bow, accept a bowl, and drink with respect. The lesson is simple. The present moment is enough. Tea becomes a teacher, not a product. Elsewhere, tea adapted like a traveler learning new languages. In Korea, tea found a place in temples and court life. In Tibet, high altitude demanded more calories and more warmth. People mixed tea with butter and salt to create a rich, filling drink that could fight the cold. In Southeast Asia, Tea met tropical flavors and local herbs. The same leaf became many drinks because human needs are different and tea is flexible. Europe discovered tea late. For many Europeans, daily drinks were ale, wine, or water of uncertain safety. Then the age of sail opened new routes. Portuguese and Dutch traders reached Asian ports and returned with rare goods, silk, porcelain, spices, and tea. At first, tea was a luxury. It was light, easy to store, and expensive to transport. A small amount could be worth a fortune. In early European cities, tea arrived with mystery. People argued about how to prepare it and what it did to the body. Some praised it as a cure for headaches and fatigue. Others called it suspicious and foreign. But curiosity is powerful, and so is habit. Once wealthy families began serving tea, the custom spread. Tea was not only a flavor, it was a signal. It said, "We are modern, we are connected, we know the world." Tea also brought a new kind of craving. Coffee had its coffee houses, but tea had something more domestic. Tea fit the home. It matched conversation, letters, and quiet afternoons. It could be served to guests without chaos. It offered warmth without drunkenness. That made it perfect for a changing society. No country tied its identity to tea more strongly than Britain. One reason was fashion. A queen popularized the drink at court, and the elite copied her taste. Another reason was business. A powerful trading company grew rich by importing tea from China. The flow of tea became a river of money, and money attracts attention. Soon, tea moved beyond palaces. As imports rose, prices fell, but taxes rose too. Government revenue depended on tea. High taxes created an underground economy. Smugglers hid tea in barrels and cellars. Night boats slipped along the coast. For many families, illegal tea was the tea they could afford. When taxes were reduced, tea became a national habit. Tea gardens opened as public spaces where people could stroll, listen to music, and drink. Later, factories and offices adopted the tea break. In industrial cities, workers needed energy and a pause. Tea offered both. Because tea required boiled water, it also encouraged safer drinking, helping communities avoid some waterborne illness. A daily cup became both comfort and practical protection. British tea also developed a signature style. Stronger black teas from India and Sri Lanka became common. Milk softened bitterness. Sugar added quick calories for long workdays. Two traditions grew side by side: elegant afternoon tea with pastries and hearty high tea as an evening meal. Different tables, same kettle. Tea belonged to everyone. Tea was not always gentle. Sometimes it was the spark. In the American colonies, tea became a symbol of control. When Britain tried to protect its tea trade with special laws and taxes, many colonists felt trapped. They did not only argue about a drink, they argued about power, rights, and representation. One night, protesters boarded ships and dumped tea into the harbor. The event became famous, and it reminds us that tea could stand for freedom as easily as it stood for comfort. Across the world, tea also shaped land and labor. To break dependence on Chinese tea, British authorities expanded tea cultivation in India. They planted vast estates in Assam and later in other regions. This shift changed economies, landscapes, and lives. For many workers, tea fields meant hard labor under strict systems. For global trade, it meant a new supply chain. Tea moved from wild hills to managed plantations, from seasonal harvesting to industrial planning. Tea cultures often reflect a society's rhythm. In Chinese Gong Fu tea, the focus is skill, patience, and the leaf itself. Small teapots, small cups, and repeated infusions teach you to notice change. The first pour can be bright and floral. The third can be deeper, warmer, and rounder. You do not rush, you listen to the tea. In Britain, tea often serves the moment around it. It supports conversation. It softens bad news. It celebrates small joys. The kettle becomes a response to emotion. A visitor arrives. Put the kettle on. A long day ends. Put the kettle on. Tea becomes a social glue, holding people together with routine. These approaches are different, but they meet in the same human need. Pause. Tea gives permission to stop. Even the shortest steeping takes time. That time becomes a tiny sanctuary. Today, tea speaks with many accents. In India, masala chai bubbles with ginger, cardamom, and cloves. In Morocco, mint tea is poured from high above the glass, creating foam and fragrance. In Hong Kong, milk tea is silky and strong. In the United States, iced tea cools hot afternoons. In Taiwan, bubble tea adds chewy pearls and turns tea into a playful snack. Every version says, "This is who we are," while still whispering, "This is tea." Science now studies what tradition already sensed. Tea contains caffeine for alertness and compounds that may support health. But beyond chemistry, tea offers something harder to measure: ritual. A routine can be medicine. When you brew tea, you engage your senses. You watch water heat, smell leaves, and feel warmth. In a noisy world, these small actions can steady the mind. And tea still carries history. Your cup connects you to farmers on steep slopes, to merchants on open seas, to writers in candlelit rooms, and to workers taking 5 minutes of rest. It connects you to people who lived with fewer comforts than you have, yet found the same relief in a warm drink. So the next time you make tea, try this. Do not drink it in a hurry. Look at the color. Listen to the pour. Notice how the aroma rises, then fades, then returns. In that simple moment, you are holding a story that traveled for thousands of years to reach you. Tea is a leaf, yes, but it is also memory. It is migration. It is trade and ceremony, protest and peace. It is the quiet proof that something small can change the world. Tea changed not only what people drank, but what they made. In China, delicate porcelain cups were crafted to honor tea's color. When Europeans fell in love with tea, they fell in love with porcelain too. Factories tried to copy the smooth white clay, and whole industries grew from that desire. A tea set became a symbol of taste. Cups, saucers, a pot, a sugar bowl, a small spoon. Objects gathered around the leaf like planets around a sun. Then came the race for freshness. In the 19th century, fast-sailing ships called tea clippers competed to bring the first new season tea to London. The earlier a ship arrived, the higher the profit. Captains pushed their crews through storms, chasing wind like a living thing. Newspapers reported the winners as if they were sports champions. Tea turned shipping into a spectacle, and time itself became part of the flavor. Fresh tea meant prestige. Speed meant money. Modern tea has new challenges. Climate change threatens mountain rainfall and shifts growing seasons. Some farms use chemicals that harm soil and rivers, while other farmers protect biodiversity with shade trees and careful harvesting. Around the world, people are asking harder questions. Who grew these leaves? Were they paid fairly? Was the land treated with respect? The future of tea may depend on our choices, not just our tastes. And yet, tea keeps its promise. Even in a paper cup on a busy street, it can still offer a moment of calm. That is why the story continues. Every generation rewrites tea in its own handwriting, but the message stays familiar. Slow down, warm up, begin again. Now tell me, how do you take your tea? Pure and light, or deep and milky? Sweet or bitter? However you drink it, may it give you what it has always offered humanity: a pause, a breath, and a little warmth you can carry forward.